Welcome everybody, welcome back to another live stream. We're kind of doing an update and a last-ditch attempt to do whatever we can to help save the industry. No, for those of you who think we won the vote, we did not. The vote has not even been done yet. There are more things in the works that makes it even more important than ever that we contact our representatives over and over and over again repeatedly today, as many times and as frequently as possible until the vote finally happens. The budget has not happened yet, or the budget vote has not happened yet. And right now the senators are still doing all their negotiations and trying to figure everything out. So we have a little bit of time left, and what we need is for everybody to contact their representatives and tell them to support the Cole-Bishop Amendment in the language that's been agreed upon by the industry and multiple lawmakers. Pretty much verbatim, exactly like that. I have some links to drop to you guys. I don't care if you've done it already. We need you guys to do it again.
Yeah, any social media platform that you have that you can use as leverage, we need you to use it. We need you to leave multiple voicemails. If that person, that assistant that takes your call has already heard your voice and your name 3 times, let him hear it a 4th, let him hear it a 5th, let him hear it a 6th. We just have to keep going. Exactly. We just need to keep going at this because we've never been as close as we are now to getting something that has the potential to rescue the industry. And if we don't do it now, we might not ever have another chance.
It's going to go one of two ways, and I can say this with a fair amount of confidence. Either we're going to take the win, or if we lose, it's going to be devastating and nearly impossible to reverse. So I don't know what else to do. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to convey. I wish we had more of a reach. That's why we reached out to everybody that we could to try to get more of the high-profile influencers in on this. And yet again, we still have yet to see anything by anybody. A few people are starting to talk about it, but the people that could really make the most, the people that can make the largest difference haven't done anything. And after this vote today, when people start realizing the severity and the importance of it, we'll start seeing the videos next week, but by then it's going to be too late.
Yeah, the budget bill they think it's going to be voted on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
So everything that is happening right now is discussion between politicians and lobbyists and whoever else is in the mix. They're all negotiating on what they want in the omnibus bill. Cole-Bishop is potentially in there. We just need to get people to show their support for it and pressure the politicians to keep it in there. Jeff Merkley is still in the equation. He's still fighting against it. But if we can get pressure on other politicians as well, that puts more pressure on Jeff Merkley as well.
So we're asking you guys to contact your own representatives. And very, very, very important is to say, please support the Cole-Bishop Amendment in its original language that has been supported by the industry and many lawmakers. That exact phrasing is in the description of this video. So if you want to copy it word for word, do that. But that's in essence what needs to be said. Please support the Cole-Bishop Amendment in its original form that has been supported by many lawmakers and the vaping industry. Oh, good. The vape team talked about it. When was that, buddy?
Yeah. We have just now started seeing some people talk about it. VapeNews.com talked about it. Who else? The Vaping Post talked about it as well. I guess, I don't know. It looks like there was an article that was written up in Vaping 360 at the beginning of March talking about it. They have not talked about it since, and now is the most critical time for things to start happening. So If you have any reach yourself, or if you know any of these people, or even have a means of contacting them, the more people, the higher profile people, they have the potential to get this out to as many people as possible. And it needs to happen. So please help do your part as well to save the industry and vaping, the thing that saved, you know, our lives.
Yeah, for real. Please share this video. Let's get people on here. We're going to be going live almost all day. We're going to be live for the next few hours. We're going to be answering your questions and just kind of bullshitting. And we're going to keep stressing the fact that we need to constantly be contacting our representatives. I'll be dropping links. Also, maybe we'll pull out some of the new devices we have just to kind of keep the attention. Yeah. But I can't. Okay, so Warrior of Black Metal says, I can tell you right now, my reps don't give a fuck what I think, and they have shown that multiple times. If that's the logic that you're using to not make a phone call or send an email, then you're what's wrong with our advocacy attempts.
And let's just like think about this from a larger picture perspective. Does one phone call necessarily matter? I mean, probably not.
Yeah, but it does.
But does 50 phone calls matter?
That's why your one does matter, because
exactly.
you're one of as many people as we can get to call.
Right,
If everybody takes that same tone and says, oh, well, it's not going to matter anyway, you've got no fucking calls.
Right, and then you only have 5 people doing it as opposed to the other 49 that were black-pilled on the whole situation.
Yeah, do you know the numbers of how many vapors there are?
I mean, it's got to be millions.
Tens of millions, right? If every single one of them
gave a fuck?
Yeah, gave a fuck and decided to do something, then we wouldn't even be having to have this conversation right now. But because so many people have that same attitude as you, buddy, what's your name?
You already scrolled past it.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what's preventing us from getting what we need, is that kind of shitty attitude. We need every single person. Every single person. We need your family members. I'm so disappointed in the bigger influencers in the industry that have yet to do anything about it. It's kind of really, really frustrating. They should be voting on it within the next few days. By Friday, it'll happen. It's great that it keeps getting pushed back, and the reason it does is because they're arguing about other stuff. Mm-hmm. We need to contact our representatives, so whoever your local reps are, and I have links here. I'll drop them again to where you can find them. What did I do with that one? Well, it's in the description here. Let me pull it out for you guys. There's also in the description a link to a CASA form. All you have to do is put your name, your zip code, like your basic information, and from there, all you have to do is press send, and it shoots a pre-generated email to your local representatives. You don't even have to look into anything. So here is the website where you can find your representatives by zip code. All right, hold on. Sorry, I've got too much text. There's that website. Here is what to say to your representatives. And then here is the website. This is the CASA form where all you put is your name, address, and phone number, and it sends an automated email. And then if you want to find your senator's Twitter handle, that is where you can find your local cameraman's, Jesus, your local senator's Twitter handle. Power in numbers. That's right, Lucas Gilkey. Power in numbers. That's why we're spending so much time and resources on trying to motivate people, because we need the numbers. We need everybody to take the few minutes and do it. But actually, what we're asking you to do is spend all day doing it. Getting what? Load screen?
That's your fault.
Yeah, that's your fault, bud.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to keep calling people out who have that attitude of, oh, well, my voice doesn't matter. And if you don't want to be a subscriber because of it, leave. We need the positive people that are willing to do something to help try to make a difference.
And help motivate your friends and your family members and your 12 followers on Twitter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everywhere you can, get people to also start paying attention to this because their voices matter too.
Yeah, a lot of these votes that we're seeing these days, and I'm talking about like elections and then votes in Congress, they're coming down to 1 or 2 votes, a few hundred votes. It kind of does, it goes to show you that it does sometimes come down to a few voices being heard. So we really need every single person that we can get to get involved here.
It's not going to take much, just a little bit more pressure, and it could be enough to slide things over because at the end of the day, like, politicians, this isn't a super hot button issue for politicians. So a little bit of resistance on it, and they might come over to our side. They might help us out here. They might actually save our industry.
Yeah.
But we need to actually push them in that direction.
Yeah, especially with the way the Cole Bishop is inserted into this omnibus bill. Again, for those of you who may not have seen the live stream yesterday, here's the situation. Right now, the Senate is voting on an omnibus budget bill for next year. And an omnibus bill is a giant package of different bills, right? Some bills that would have a really hard time getting passed on their own, or like, for instance, the Cole Bishop, just a whole bunch of different little bills packed into one massive bill. So all those little bills are termed riders, and Cole Bishop is one of the riders on this bill. And so it's much easier to get these big bills passed because it has a little something for everybody, and that's why there's so much negotiation and everything. They're trying to like figure out each little individual part. So that's why this is the best opportunity that we have to pass Cole Bishop. We've tried many times in the past, and this is our best shot. And we really need you guys. We need it to go through in its original language. With all these negotiations going on, who knows what could happen? Somebody at last minute could say, oh, no, well, we want some crazy, ridiculous thing added in there. We need to tell them we want the Cole Bishop passed the way it is without it being altered. So that's what we need to be pressing onto our own representatives, because Jeff Merkley doesn't seem like he's going to budge. So that doesn't mean stop trying, because we need him to know that he fucked up if he fucks us. But contact everybody. Just contact them all. Tell them, please keep Cole Bishop in its original language, the way it was supported by the vapor industry and many lawmakers. And contact Jeff Merkley and tell him to stop being a dick. Don't do that.
Just maybe not in those words.
Yeah, no. say please support the Cole Bishop amendment, because our lives depend on it.
Yeah, tell them your story. Tell them your friend's story. I mean, there's so many people that I have heard from personally who have had their lives changed by vaping. People who have watched family members pass away from those death sticks.
Yeah.
And now we have a new chance.
Many relatives die from smoking-related diseases.
Yeah, my wife's mother died. I saw her die because of cigarettes.
Yeah.
It is not. Well, it's not, and that's not something I want anybody to ever have to go through. And I'm glad that I had this opportunity at the age that I am to quit smoking and move to something like vaping. She didn't have that opportunity, it's going to go back there.
What do you think the vapor industry would look like without flavors, without devices, without any of the options that we have today?
I think it would look like my first vape. You want to know what my first vape was?
What?
It was
An
from...
stick?
No, it was way worse than that.
The Cigalikes?
It was a Cigalike, but it was pre-Blues. It was pre-Voos. It was pre all those ones you see in gas stations now.
Right.
Yeah. It was a little white stick that had... Actually, it had a 510 connector on it now that I think about it, with a USB. But I probably bought 3 or 4 of those packs of those things. Brand new starter kits every single... Like, the few times I tried to quit vaping... and I would use it for a few days. I go right back to cigarettes. And then I'd lose it, and I'd be like, you know what, time for me to quit smoking it. I tried again. That thing did not give me the nicotine that I wanted, didn't give me the flavors that I wanted. It wasn't enough. It didn't do it for me. Until, actually, my ego stick was the thing that got me to quit vaping.
Do you think you'd go back to smoking?
I would try really hard not to.
I could see myself going back to smoking
without
everything here, because the reason I was able to quit smoking was because the devices that I had access to were enough for me to replace that sensation of smoking. Because I had tried the little sticks before, and I had tried the Ego pens, and it wasn't until my first like Kanger sub-ohm starter kit that I finally got what I needed. And like within a few weeks, I was onto an RDA with a 200 watt mod. Or no, the 150. Sigelli 150, I think, was one of my first.
It's a good mod.
TC. Yeah, I think I still have it. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I can't. I mean, I'd like to think that I would still not smoke, but I mean, if I'm being real and honest, I might. If I lose access to everything that I love about vaping, that I enjoy, I don't know what'll happen.
Right, and let's just
personally.
like, when I think about my smoking addiction, it was just as much quitting a habit as it was quitting the nicotine.
Right.
So not only are they going to be getting rid of the way that we like to enjoy our nicotine, but they're also going to be getting rid of the hobby aspect of it too.
Which is, devastating.
Which is a big part of it.
How many friends I've made through vaping, all the opportunities it's provided for me. Yeah, it's a huge hobby.
And
the
it's a lot
building
of fun.
aspect of it,
Yeah, it's cool, like collecting different devices, changing out different things depending on how you want to vape, like the Mi Pods versus this. Oh, all gone. Not going to have that anymore.
Yeah.
Just going to have to...
I mean, it's not like they're going to disappear. Like, they vote on it and poof, everything just goes.
Right.
But things only last so long. Things break. Like, we'll have what we've had, but nothing new. Everybody, and it depends what happens with flavor sites like the Capella, yeah. No idea what's going to happen with them or if they're going to be affected.
Right.
Say they do, we're left with access to VG and PG because that's not tobacco. Nicotine, probably not. And then no flavorings.
Oh, and that's like kind of the other thing about this is that like we might still be able to have access to some type of vaping devices shipped from China, right? But
maybe customs will crack down like a motherfucker though.
Yeah, but the problem is like you have this insane level of innovation that's going on right now because it's the Wild West. We always joke about vape time, about like, oh, it's 2 months ago. Oh, it's the equivalent of 3 years, you know? And we're not going to have that anymore either. It's just going to be the same devices, the same RDAs, a lot slower rollout time. It's going to be more difficult to get them. Well, there's not going to be the community aspect of the brick and mortars.
The price.
And
the price is going to skyrocket.
Right.
The reason the prices have come... When vaping, like... RDAs and stuff like that started getting real prevalent and people were doing like sub-ohm vaping, atomizers were really expensive. The first Goon cost me, I think, like $80 in a B&M. The original Twisted Messes was the same. Everything, like toppers were anywhere between 60 on the low end up to 150. And mods were equally as expensive. And because the market's been flooded and there's so much stuff available for consumers, the prices have dropped, which has been great for consumers.
Right.
And it allows people, all those different options allows people, like new vapors in particular, to find exactly what suits them to keep them off of cigarettes. All that will disappear. The prices will skyrocket. That's my opinion, at least.
I also think that if you are able to get some sort of a black market juice, it's all going to be made in China or Indonesia. You're not going to have American companies anymore that actually have to meet these GMP standards that are going on the good manufacturing practices with clean rooms and full-on Tyvek suits. Like, why are they going to care about that? They're not going to have any regulations that they need to meet if you can even get it in the first place.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just so great. It's like seeing this industry that has employed so many people, saved so many people's lives. It's very, like, it feels very American to me, the industry. I don't know about you, but to me it feels very much like this kind of from the not from the ashes.
Almost,
well, sort of from the ashes,
yeah.
Not-
Yeah.
yeah. Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
Then this thing that's like kind of popped up out of nowhere. I mean, so the stores that I have talked to, or that we have talked to, a lot of these people are first-time business owners.
Right.
And they got into it just because they loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you see that anymore? It's a lot of, like now it's like, oh, there's a Walmart, there's a McDonald's.
Right. The death of small business.
Absolutely, and now we're starting to see that again. And what does the FDA want to do?
Shut it all down.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that entrepreneurial spirit within the vaping industry.
Yeah,
I love it.
People that were just making YouTube videos casually, all of a sudden are actually able to make a living.
Yeah, that and people. So I think it's people within the vaping industry, like, I don't know if a lot of these small business owners, the shop owners and things like that, would have necessarily gotten into business from any other, aspect of their lives other than vaping.
Right.
It's all going to go away.
Right.
It's going to be so detrimental.
Yeah.
That's why we need you guys to get involved.
Right. Contact your local senators, your congresspeople. Send Jeff Merkley another tweet. Just do it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody, any groups that you're a part of. Share this video. Share. Just tell them about what's going on and get them to move on this now, because the vote is going to happen. Discussions are happening right now. I don't even know. I mean, hopefully we actually have the time to do this, but the discussions are happening right now for the Cole Bishop Amendment and what is going to happen with it.
No,
What am I missing?
Cameras.
Oh,
I'm
cameras.
switching up cameras.
You're changing cameras all the time. Okay, so now we're on this one.
Now we're on that one.
Okay. The discussions are happening right now for what is actually going to be in the omnibus. The vote on the omnibus is going to happen soon, but the discussions for what's in it and how the language and those things are going to change is happening right now. Who knows if they've already discussed Cole Bishop? I don't think they have.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're not really sure. We also have a link for you guys if you want to watch the Senate proceedings. Where is that link? Hold on. I have that link for you guys as well. Somebody had said in the chat, vaping had made their life better. Vaping has made my life 1,000,000 times better. What was that? Live. All right, so here's a link, guys, for if you want to watch the Senate proceedings live. I'm going to pop that in chat for you guys.
Yeah, I don't actually know what they're discussing right now, but...
Yeah, people are doing presentations on the issues that matter to them, and then behind the scenes, all the other senators are probably not paying attention to that person and just trying to fight for whatever it is they need out of the bill. So let's go through some comments. Please, guys, make sure you're sharing this video or any of the other videos that we've done talking about this topic. And at the very least, make sure you're telling people to get involved. Vaping with Ken, thanks so much, man. Clickbait.
Hey, you're watching, aren't you?
Yeah. Got him. Yeah, you can help regardless of where you are in the world. You can definitely help. If this Cole Bishop, if the vaping industry is destroyed in America, that I'm afraid that'll start a ripple effect throughout the rest of the world. And once somebody passes one of these really detrimental bills towards the vaping industry, it just sweeps through the rest of the world. Like when they started doing the vapor taxes, now everybody has one.
Right. Randy Foster says, we now have to worry about the potential flavor ban. The FDA is taking comments starting tomorrow concerning flavors and why they're important.
Yes.
That's another
That's
big
a
piece
separate
of this.
video, yeah.
Right. I mean, might as well talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
That is probably almost equally as detrimental as not getting the Cole Bishop Amendment passed. So like he said, starting tomorrow, they're going to start taking comments on that. You also want to voice your support for that as well, starting tomorrow. But today is the time to talk to your representatives and your congressmen. And
yeah, we'll do a video tomorrow about the flavor ban, like a video. So I'll need your guys' help on that tomorrow as well, sharing that video around. Equally as important, especially, well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm envisioning if the Cole Bishop doesn't get passed, or if the Cole Bishop is passed in its original language, then the next fight is the flavor ban, because that would be equally detrimental. But then if Cole Bishop doesn't pass today, it's like we almost live to fight another day, but our chances, every time we try to do this and we don't succeed, our chances are like slimmer and slimmer every time to get what we want out of it. So then we're fighting two battles, the flavor ban and still trying to change the predicate date. So there's never been a more important time in vaping than right now to get involved. Vapor Swaggin says our videos have helped him convince his wife that it's okay to drop $500 on vape gear. Good for you, Vapor Swaggins. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. What happens if it doesn't pass? Essentially, only products that were on the market pre-February 15th, 2007 will be allowed to be on the market without a pre-market application, the PMTAs.
Pre-market tobacco application.
Yeah, pre-market tobacco application. And we've said this before, but we'll say it again. Nobody has ever been able to pass the PMTA process. And just to apply for the PMTA process, it's anywhere between $300,000 to $1 million per SKU. So that means that every single nicotine level of every single flavor has to go through each individual process for this PMTA thing.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee that you're actually going to be able to get through it in the first place.
Right, because nobody ever has.
Nobody ever has. Not even the big boys in the tobacco industry who have billions of dollars at their disposal to get these things through.
Yeah.
So it's essentially putting a nail in the coffin of the vape industry and vaping in general.
Yeah. If PMTAs are required, then we're fucked. We're really, really screwed.
Yeah.
We need everybody to get involved, please. I'll dump some more links in the chat for anybody else who has just popped in. Oh, I lost my little notepad. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna try to get these links up for you.
Yeah. And the links are essentially just different ways you can find who your representatives are, how to contact them, and then we also have one that's like an easy form submission that CASA has set up.
Here's this one. You want to tell them what that is?
So CASA, what does CASA stand for? CASA. Actually, I don't know. They are a large advocacy organization that we work with, and they have this form set up on their website that essentially allows you to automatically just enter in your address and information, and then it sends a canned email telling representatives to support the Cole Bishop Amendment in its original form, the one that the vape industry and lawmakers have supported. And it's a simple way to do it. It's probably a good idea to manually do things too, just to make sure that your message gets heard in multiple different ways and in multiple different messages, because they have their own canned response. It would be good to have your personal message in there too about why vaping is important to you. And with the language that we provided in the description of this video, yeah.
We don't want the Cole Bishop to change. We want the original language. And with all these bills, we're seeing all different things get added and taken out. And so that could happen on the fly without any say from us as a vaping community. So we just want it in its original form. So make sure you state that as you're contacting them. Please support the Cole Bishop Amendment in its original language. And that's the form that's been supported by the vapor industry and many other lawmakers. So we really want to keep contacting them over and over and over again, guys. Please don't give up. Please stay at it. Here's a link of where you can find your representative's social media handle on Twitter. So hopefully that will help let's see, I also have oh, there we go. Okay, here's a link as well for how you can find your local reps. You just enter your zip code, I think, and it'll show you who your reps are. And then one more time, again, I will post the language that we recommend. This is what we recommend you say in your tweets or in your messages would be this. Please support the Cole Bishop Amendment in its original language. That's been supported by the industry and many lawmakers. I believe that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, the vote didn't get necessarily postponed. It seems like there's been a lot of closed-door discussions going on about the Cole Bishop Amendment and other bills that are in the omnibus specifically. So apparently nothing has really happened with Cole Bishop yet. It's still kind of up in the air. So we don't know if it's included in the omnibus yet, but we are trying. I mean, and we're not going to know until probably Thursday or Friday if it is included, and that's assuming that the lawmakers can, keep up with what they said they're going to do, which is vote on it on Thursday or Friday.
Yep, which very well could get delayed, which I personally feel like that's our best scenario right now, so we can keep voicing our opinions and let them know where we stand as an industry. We need every single person, every person's friend and family. We need to get the word out, and I don't care how you do that. If it's sharing our videos that we've made about it or not, I don't really care. We just need to get the awareness out there, and we need people to start spreading the word and contacting the representatives.
Yep. Any way you can.
Any way you can. All right. You talk. Occupy time. I'm going to grab the new RDA that we got.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, we've talked a little bit about, what was on the market pre-2007. I don't know of anybody who's been vaping since 2007. I think I first tried vaping in 2011 or 2010. And I remember those devices being really bad. If any of you guys have had a chance, or have you ever vaped anything from 2007, let us know in the comments. I'm actually interested to even know what was out there then. Because if my kind of perception is correct, it was almost nothing. Another thing that kind of feels insane about that date, I don't know why they set it for 2007. I feel like the vapor industry has done a really good job, or has done at least a decent job of self-regulating in a lot of ways. So they have these chipsets now that have overload protections and reverse battery protections, and they have timers on the buttons so that way you can't fire them for more than 10 seconds in case they accidentally get fired. E-juice now does not have diacetyl or diacetyl in it. Like, everybody seems like they're kind of cleaning up their acts on their own. This is all stuff that was not known in 2007.
Right.
And the fact that we're trying to revert an industry back to a
safety age.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It kind of blows my mind. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Templar Rda by Vape. So we're going to take a break from the real heavy stuff and build some new gear while we can here. Joel, if you're still watching, man, I'm thinking, I haven't talked to you about this, but maybe trying to set up some other people to come on with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Joel, if you're available, man, we'd love to have you on. And yeah, I'm going to contact some of the other guys and see if anybody else is available. I know it's kind of midday and people are working and stuff, but if we can, we'd like to get some people out. And also, Joel, I'm thinking about doing a stream later, like live, like late night kind of thing. And so I'll text you about that one. All right, so let's build this RDA. What?
That link that Lucas dropped in there?
Federal News Radio.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
All right, guys, check out that most recent article. Okay, so that's an article about it. If you want to check that out, it's in the chat.
You want to pull it up so I can read it while you're...
Sure. Page not found. Bunk lead. Lucas.
Text it to me or email it to me, Lucas. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that was essentially, that link was for the people that are saying that it passed already. It has not. That is the most recent news on the Cole Bishop and the debates that are going on with the omnibus. It has not passed yet. It is not decided on yet. This is why we're doing this live stream. This is why we are, you know, trying to do this push to get this passed and talk to your representatives. Because the more people we can get out, the better likelihood it has of passing, and the better chance that we're not going to be reverting to 2007 clinking rocks together to get our vapes started.
Clinking rocks. Well said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So please spread the word, guys, and contact your representative. Set an alarm on your phone if you have to contact them every hour. Tweet them, Instagram them, Facebook them, send emails and calls. Do whatever you can. We really need everybody's help on this. And also urge your favorite YouTubers to get involved, because we need help here spreading the word.
Yeah, and I don't know who's been posting this stuff about it already passing. It definitely has not.
Yeah, so don't start celebrating, because there's no reason to.
Right, exactly. And also, you don't want to get a bunch of people celebrating when there's still work to be done.
Yeah. How the fuck does this thing work?
I think it's literally one post clamp.
Well, there's two holes, one clamp, but it has this Delrin piece. Negative and positive, I guess. And this, like, why?
You actually don't understand.
Okay, let me show you guys. Maybe one of you guys can help me on this. So here's the Templar, right? And let me see if I can get the focus here. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, great. So you can see, right, it has that Delrin piece in there. And let me show you as I unscrew this. This is hard, sorry guys. See how it has like little holes in it? And then as you screw it down, I guess that clamps it down, that black piece. I don't know. Anybody know anything about this? I'm gonna try to figure it out here, and I'm gonna put some fused Claptons in here and figure it out as I build, I guess.
Yeah. Birdie said, posted a message on Representative Robert Aderholt's Facebook page, posting public comments. This is why Twitter is so important too, especially if we can get a hashtag trending. Save Vaping is the one that we're pushing, but you know, anything that's Save Vaping related, that'd be great, because the more people we can get this to snowball with, the better. And posting it publicly is also really important, because it allows discussion on top of tweets and allows shares and things like that. So that's also a really great idea. Phone calls are obviously the best, but every single possible way is even better if you can do all of them.
Yeah, I don't know if phone calls are the best.
You don't think so?
No.
I've heard of like the phone systems like shutting down for being overloaded, and that like meant something to politicians before, but that could also just be like a bad meme.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I actually have no idea what would be best. So do it all. Just do it all.
Patrick Ritter said, I saw someone building on this on the weekend. One leg goes under the T and the other goes in the post hole. But does it go crossways?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like one goes up in here and the other one goes down? No. 1, 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into this.
Yeah, because it looks like...
What is it called? The theorem?
No, it's called the
No.
Templar.
Templar Rda.
Yeah. That's a weird little device.
It is. Clamp snap system. Bottom feeder. Maybe I should throw it on the squonk.
Yeah. Mr. Glock 2002, it did not pass. I don't know how that's spreading around, but it has not passed. They're still debating on it in the Senate. You can go take a look at the live stream of the Senate hearings. They're still being heard. A lot of discussions are going on between representatives right now and lobbyists, things like that, to try to decide on what bills actually get included in the omnibus. And the Cole Bishop is in those discussions, but it is not actually in the omnibus yet. So, and Jeff Merkley is the one who is the most staunchly opposed to it. So if we can put pressure on him as well as other representatives in your district and in your area, the better that will be. And I was talking to the wrong camera again.
Nice.
Patrick Ritter said similar to how you would build a Velocity style deck.
Yeah, I think I got it. It was throwing me off because I thought it was Delrin at first, that black piece. That's stuck in my finger.
That's gross.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, but it's a metal, that black piece. It's not Delrin.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, was right. Yeah, I think I'll squonk this guy.
Oh, it has a squonk pin?
Yeah, it's like marketed as a bottom feeder, and it's cool. Like they notched it, like the Dead Rabbit, where down underneath there.
Oh, it goes on each side.
On either side.
That's awesome.
I'll have to put the squonk pin in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Call DiCaprio. I wish that we had Leonardo DiCaprio's contact info.
Oh, you don't? I do.
Hit him up, man. Tell him to start tweeting.
Oh, yeah, Leo vapes. I get it.
Yeah.
I get the meme.
Yeah, I don't know. Vaping with Mr. Right, that's Joel, right?
Yeah, that's
Joel. Yeah, I mean, I hope that it is a fast enough way of communication doing it by paid postage, though. I would love to say do that. Maybe do that anyway, just because it could actually take longer than up until Thursday or Friday. Yeah, but right now the most immediate action we can take is going to be with social media, exactly, and trying to get it in the public.
That's why I'm saying phone calls, like they're in chamber. You know what I mean?
Right. That's true.
They may be on their phone, but you know, they're definitely not at their office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. So essentially, like what the Cole Bishop does, for those of you who don't know, well, it does a lot of things, but the big thing that is going to save the industry is it's going to move the predicate date from February 15th, 2007 to August 8th, 2016. And by then, the industry was fairly mature. Unfortunately, this is going to hamper some of the cool innovation stuff I was talking about earlier in the stream, but at least there will be some damn good devices on the market. There were some really great things on the market at that time.
And a lot of people have stuff that was tested locally and like minor releases were done. So essentially, if you can prove that you've sold and marketed products before the August 8th, 2016, you can re-release them after that date, as long as they were previously released and you can prove it and registered with the FDA. So you still might see some things that you haven't seen before. They're not new, but at least they'll be new to you. So that's kind of cool.
Right, exactly. And that does give us quite a bit of options.
It does.
Yeah. So that's really nice. And yeah, so if you guys, you know, do want to see these things on the market that you have enjoyed in the past, you know, contact your representative every way that you can. And anyway, get creative. If you have a pigeon, you have a carrier pigeon, use it. Use everything you can. Because the more ways they hear from us and kind of the more that we can, what do you call it? Like puff up our chest, essentially, right?
I'm trying to Vupu drag right now. This isn't firing right. Yeah, puff your chest, guys. We know you're good at it.
Yeah, so do it. Do it. Use the bigger that we seem, the better. The more power that they think we have, the better. Yeah. Because that just means that they are going to be fearful of their jobs. And they should be fearful of their jobs. Because all they're trying to do is fuck people over. Who the hell are they helping? So, yeah, every way you can contact them, as many ways as you can. Let's just hit it hard. Let's save the industry. Let's save the thing that saved our lives, right?
Yeah, we need you guys to get fired up and motivated here, and we need you guys to help others. Stan, if you want to do a live stream, if you can right now, well, actually in a couple hours, shoot me a text, let me know. If not, we're going to try to do it later tonight, so let me know. Cool. Yeah. Burning.
Yeah. Russell Woot. We should not have to put up with this bullshit. If we want to buy a device made in 2018 that helped us stay off of cigarettes, helped me stay off of cigs, I should be able to. I completely agree. The fact that we are the ones making the choice here. We're the ones that are deciding on what we're doing with our bodies. And we have a decent amount of information that allows us to believe that, at least this is a safer alternative to cigarettes.
Doesn't matter. We should be able to choose what we do with our own bodies.
Right. But no, it's too scary. Adults actually don't like candy flavors. I'm not sure if you guys knew about this, but adults actually don't like desserts or candies. They only like savory things like...
tobacco and menthol?
Exactly, tobacco and menthol. But even those are flavors. So actually, adults don't like flavors either. So all we want to do is just vape on... nothing.
VG?
Yeah, that's it. Just VG. Yeah. So obviously, of course, they have to protect us from ourselves here, and the children, of course. Yeah. So what do you think after building on that?
It was fairly simple to build, and I'm actually kind of excited for it. There's a lot of space on the deck. I'm hoping the airflow is great. It looks like it's going to be nice. I've never seen an airflow pattern like that before.
Neither have I.
So that'll be interesting.
It looks tight, but you and I both like tight airflow.
Yeah.
Oh, it also has a really nice staggered system.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I'll show you guys the airflow in just a second. Let me finish wicking this up. I also will have the nudge, Joel, Mr. Vaping with Mr. Right 1. Joel, he sent me a nudge 22, so I'll be reviewing that soon. I'm really pumped to work with that. I just got that the other day, yesterday or something like that. So that's going to be awesome.
Hell, I might throw a build on that thing now.
Yeah. Ooh, I didn't know that came off. All right, so if you haven't yet, go check out this guy. I'm going to make him a wrench. Let me see. Don't make me regret this, Stan. Fucking troublemaker. And all right, so go check out Vaping with Mr. Right 1. Awesome dude. Joel is one of the people in this industry that I respect more than anybody else, and Tenacious TX Vapes is Stan, and he's all right. He's got a, follow him if you want. No, but check out those two guys. They are. Why don't you have wrenches? I just gave you wrenches.
Maybe they need to post again before they actually see it. There you go.
Yeah.
Tenacious has it. Yeah. All set.
Can I put a moderator in timeout? He got so pissed. I put him in timeout during the stream the other day. He was talking about it on his stream.
Yeah, Joel's right. I mean, the thing is, I didn't actually hear anything about this until fairly last minute. Unfortunately, otherwise we would have talked about this sooner. I don't know why. We've heard from a couple people that I think they're just black-pilled on it, I guess. Like they were saying, like, well, that doesn't have a very good chance to pass anyway, so, we don't want to do anything. And
Who said that?
I'm not going to say their name on stream.
That's fucked.
Yeah. And yeah, it's totally fucked because this is probably the best chance it's ever had. The fact that it's wrapped up with other bills gives it an even better chance of going through.
Right. And there's only one person standing in the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. And whatever, they're making a stink. I guess he wants to be president or something. And for some reason he thinks that vaping is going to be the thing that's going to win over the masses.
Bad idea.
Yeah, seriously, bad idea.
Fucking ignorant.
Yeah. So, we'll see. I mean, we can't just see gotta do our part. We gotta spread the message. We gotta tell our friends. We gotta tell our family. We gotta spread to any Facebook groups that we're a part of. Any Twitter things that you're a part of. I don't know if Twitter has things. Instagram, everywhere that we can. This really should be flooded. I know that it's last minute, but it needs to happen in order for us to save the industry that we love.
I love this thing.
Yeah?
I love it. I love it. It's funky. It's awkward. I hate the top cap.
Yeah, it's an awkward top cap.
But I fucking love it.
How's the airflow on it?
It's awesome.
Yeah? Is that fully open? And that's right
It's
where you like it?
No, it's a little too much. I'm going to end up... And I can't wait to do a review on this. Right there is where I like it. I think, without playing with the rest of them. But it's like tight enough. And it's so buttery smooth.
Oh, wow. That is very smooth.
Oh, it's awesome. Let's see what else it comes with. Oh, this glass cap. That's going on.
That's crazy. I've actually haven't hit an RDA that smooth in a long time.
There's the squonk pin. Oh, it's a flathead. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's to make it single coil.
That guy.
Yeah, that thing, yeah.
The spacer.
Nice.
Check this out. Ready? Ready for this? Bam.
Yes, Heather, we are still doing the juice giveaway. Please be patient. We have a ton of people that have contacted us. Hopefully, we're going to start getting emails out next week about exactly everything that's going on. So please be patient. The free bottles will still be going out. In the meantime, please tweet again out of the kindness of your heart if you've already done something. Help save the industry, and tell them to support the Cole Bishop Amendment in its original language that was supported by the vape industry and many politicians.
Yeah. So, oh, sorry, let me get back. Yeah, please, guys, get involved, get involved, get involved.
Where's Mr. Nudge? I think I'm going to build on that guy. Might as well, right?
Oh, yeah, he's over there. And then I might, after I vape this a little bit with this this cap.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Because I'm hating that tank.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Oh, fuck yeah.
Is that cap better?
It's got snake bite airflow holes.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, the flavor's incredible on that.
That is, yeah, the flavor on this is better than that cap.
Yeah.
The airflow is a little bit more turbulent on it, but pretty effing good.
Pretty effing good. It looks cool with that color inside, too, the blue coils. It's pretty sweet. I wish I had I don't have an overhead set up to show you guys.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see from there, it looks pretty cool. Hell yeah, I'm a huge fan of this thing. Vape really killed it. The Templar, I don't know if this is designed by a YouTuber or not, but I like it. We'll see how it squonks. I'm sure it does well. It comes with a 510 pin, or a 510 adapter. I don't like the top cap on the normal barrel.
The Nudge comes with coils.
Yeah, it comes with all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome.
I don't know if it's... Oh, yeah, it is coils. I'm going to grab a drip tip, a different drip tip for the original cap.
Is it an 810?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. So, to reiterate, guys, in order to make sure that everything that was on the market as of 2016, August 8th, stays on the market, tell your representative to support the Cole Bishop Amendment. Otherwise, everything that was not on the market prior to February 15th, 2007 will go away.
Everything. That's better. Longer tip, so I'm not touching the fucking...
Yeah, I just like short drip tips.
So there's definitely some... Oh, fuck.
Some tight tolerances right there.
There's definitely some cons with this thing, but they do not detract from how awesome it is. Is this glass or plastic? Oh, this is plastic.
Interesting. Huh.
It could have fooled me.
Oh, does this thing not come with a non-squonk pin? think it might only.
It's in one of the goodie bags.
Oh, it is. Okay. Comp wire. Which goodie bag? No, I think these are all comp wires.
No, they just say that.
Okay.
Oh, that's stupid packaging, if you ask me.
I wonder who did this. It's kind of. Okay, yeah, there it is.
Ton of extra screws.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would drop one of these coils in to see how they are. They look handmade because they're shit.
They look really nice, actually.
No.
No?
They're shitty. They're not handmade. It's a quad core.
Fuse Clapton. What wire is that on the outside?
It's a 30, either a 38 or 40. I think it's a 40.
I like thin wire Claptons.
Me too. Do you need tools?
Well, I got some tools. I'll probably need some of those.
This blows the Iconic RDA out of the water.
Yeah.
And I've really been enjoying the Iconic RDA.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
The Iconic kind of has that hybrid system, whereas the Snakebite and it has that side airflow. It's like, I kind of wish they would like have made a choice, pick one or the other.
Right, it's kind of awkward, yeah. Just the way you have to adjust the airflow is so weird. I filmed the review of that, but then this whole Cole Bishop thing really pushed it back, so.
Yep.
Vaping isn't dead yet. Yet's the key word there.
Yep.
Again, let me drop some links in the chat here. Here is how, oh shit. Here is how you do the auto form with CASA. You just type in your basic information and it fills out the body of the email for you. And all you have to do is press send and it automatically contacts your local representatives. And then this link is where you can find your senator's Twitter, if they have one, their Twitter handle.
Yeah, and please take the time to tweet at them. It may seem lame, but it actually means a lot because it means that other people are seeing it, and a politician cares more about perception than they care about actual issues. So make them look bad. I mean, don't be a total dick.
Yeah.
But we want people to know that they are not supporting something that is life-saving.
Right. We need the numbers, guys. That's what it's all about right now is the numbers. We need everybody to show up and do what they need to do. We have a lot of shit on our desk.
Yeah, we do. A lot of cool shit on our desk. So,
airflow adjustment and the what else? I forget what my other issues were with this thing.
Yeah, the airflow adjustment's big though.
Yeah, I don't like the two-piece adjustable pin at the bottom. It's not a major issue with it. What you have to do is unscrew the 510 and then there's still a piece left in that you've got to take out in order to get the squonk pin in. I don't like the squonk pin is flush with the bottom of the deck, but that's a personal thing for me. I'm just not a big fan of that kind of squonk pin. I like my squonk pin to protrude. That way when you actually fill the deck, it stays in there as opposed to getting sucked back down inside the squonk bottle. But yeah, I think that those are some of my only concerns. Given that the placement of the airflow, I thought it was gonna like leak real bad, but I can sploosh my juice into the top of this and it doesn't really leak that bad. A couple times where I've dripped it right into the airflow holes it has, but not near as much as I thought it was going to.
Oh, this coil just fires like crazy. This is 65 watts.
What's the resistance on it?
It is 0.3.
0.3. Wow. It's got to be Canthal then. 28 Canthal, 4. But then what would that come out to? Let me check. For anybody just joining us, Louis is building on the Nudge 22 RDA. Are you going to squonk that, or are you just going to rip it?
Just going to rip it. We only have that one squonk box.
Coil builder calculator. All right, fuse Clapton. 4 cores. 28 Canthal. We'll say it's 40 on the outside.
Do you have the paid app?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
How much was it?
Like $4, something ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
5 wraps.
It's so funny. I'll go spend $50 on an RDA, but when it comes to buying $4 app, I'm like, eh.
0.3. Is that 5 wraps?
Yes.
It might be. Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, Canthal?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely Canthal, yeah.
All right. All right, Joel. Moment of truth, bud.
That's
I'm a very important person to...
What, test it and give your opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is Matt from Suck My Mods mod.
Oh.
Or Atomizer.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Whose was... Doesn't Joel have one?
Not yet.
No, wait. So, which one of those guys has one?
Stan.
Stan, okay.
He has the Lucid
right.
RDA and the Dreamer mech mod.
Did you get one of those yet?
I did not.
No?
No.
Oh, seems like a bad friend.
Yeah. Stan secretly doesn't like me. I don't think he actually likes me.
He just, like, pretends.
Yeah.
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 It's a smart move to pretend to like you.
Yeah. I bust his balls too much and too hard.
Yeah, it's one thing you don't get from watching Kenny's channel is how much he busts people's balls.
They get it, though, if they see me in a chat on a different live tip.
That's true.
Or when I'm on somebody else's. I definitely want to start doing some live streams where we have different guests on, because I know you guys really like to see that kind of stuff. And I like getting multiple opinions on different topics, so... I definitely want to get the Vape Stew guys in here. Joel for sure, maybe Stan, Demo Vapes, and Matt from, or Nick from Daily Vape TV. Love to get those guys in here. It's tough though because we do it generally during the day, and then we have our Wednesday live streams, but they're generally themed with devices and things like that. But we'll see. Wow.
I actually like that thing quite a bit.
And this is the bigger. God,
the smaller one's too much. Yeah, it's a little strong actually, which is weird.
What, the way
3?
that's made?
No, it's like a strong 3 milligram.
This wattage is even a little high for me.
Yeah, right? It's crazy.
Bring it down to 50 and see. Let me see that restricted one.
Yeah.
God, that juice is good.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Yep. One con right off the bat is that the cap isn't notched. And with how small the airflow holes are, it's really hard to see where your actual airflow is.
How it's lining up.
Yeah, to your coil. And that's too tight.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I said too. I vaped it.
Too tight, and then this guy is... Oh wait, you can shut it down.
Yeah, you can twist it a little bit and shut it down.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah, you can a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's actually really awesome. Okay, I wanted to eat that, but...
Yeah. The thing is, I kind of thought I would like it just because I like single single coils so much.
My perception of the Nudge 24 was that it didn't go over very well.
Right.
Every time I would watch somebody's review on it, it was like they hated it, but they were pretending to like it.
Interesting. Hey, you said you've seen that from Grimm, right? Before, not necessarily on this one, but like where you can tell he doesn't like it, but he has to say he likes it.
Not so much. It was like the color, the mod. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Rip did a promotion for it, and Grimm did a review on it, and it's like a mod that has the LEDs on the top. And it was like, he was really fair about it, actually. He's like, it's kind of cool. It's not my thing at all. It's kind of stupid. But I could definitely see, like, trickers and other people being into it. He's like, I'm 40 years old. That has no appeal to me.
Right.
So that was pretty fair.
Yeah.
Man, it's getting cloudy in here.
We're just chucking too many clouds, bro.
Chucking clouds, bro. All right, guys. Advocate. Advocate, advocate. Please, please, please. I'm going to drop some links again, and then we'll probably take a little break. Let me see. Here is the link for the CASA autofill. All you have to do is put your name and your zip code and maybe your phone number, I think, and press enter. It already has the body built of the email, and it sends it to your corresponding representatives. Mm-hmm. Super easy, takes 2 minutes, if that. And
for your lazy friends, probably
for lazy friends, yeah, you can send that link around and have them fill it out. They don't even have to be vapors. What else? If you want to find your representative's Twitter handle, you can do this link that I just posted. And if you want to find out who your rep is,
so you can contact them by phone or by email.
Whatever. This is their like main, this is how you find out who they are and their corresponding contact information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do it. It's no excuse.
Yeah, please don't let vaping die. It's really, really important. We need everybody, everybody's friends, everybody's family. We need all the bigger YouTubers. Pressure your favorite YouTubers. Drop comments on their videos. Email them. Tell them that we need their help to start spreading the word. Mm-hmm. We need to get it out there, guys. Contact your reps. Contact Jeff Merkley. Contact everybody.
Yeah.
Write letters to Donald Trump. Doesn't matter. Just fucking light them all up with letters and words.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. We're going to take a break. We will be back in probably half an hour or so. We're going to try to get some guests on with us. So in the meantime, spread the word. Contact your reps. Get involved. And we'll be back as soon as possible. Thanks, guys. Make sure you share this video. Give it a thumbs up and share the other videos about this. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Not too late. Get involved, guys.
Troubles that everybody has to face.